So, good evening, students.
Good evening, teacher.
Take a seat, thank you. So today we are going to have a lesson about the technologies of teaching grammar. You had a lecture on this topic. So what types of methods and techniques of teaching grammar do you know, and you maybe have used in your lessons, or maybe you had learned the grammar by using these methods? Can you give some examples?
Yes.
What method?
Grammar translation method.
Grammar translation method, direct method,
Audiolingual.
audiolingual method, suggested method. So we know a lot of them, right? So now, as a kind of, no, first I have to check the attendance. Give me a second. So today, teaching grammar, Shahlo, here, Timur, here, Shahnozabono, Mashkura, Sirinch is here, Islambe, Madina, Zarnigor, Sitora, Ablakulova is here, Abror, Muhammad Reza, Bahor is here, Okisa is absent, Snora, Tishayeva, Utkirova, Umara. So, to start, I will divide you into two groups. From the middle of the group, this side is one team, let's name you the yellow team, and you are the pink team. So, I'm giving you papers. Your task to write terms related with methods, not only methods of teaching grammar, but you can write some other methods that we have learned before as well. Not now, I will give you time. Do not stop now. If you left without paper, you can ask your group mates, because I have provided different numbers. What should we write? So, your task, I will put a timer for, let's make it 2 minutes. In 2 minutes, you should write a term, a method related with teaching, and throw the paper to the opponent team. Is it clear? You should throw it to their desk. Then I will collect all the papers, and the opponent team, the team who received the papers, should explain the method.
Only one method?
Only one method on one paper.
We have
One
three,
method.
So you should write 3, or if you cannot write 3, you can give the paper to your teammate. So clear? You let me on the timer. How many happy listeners? So let's make it in 1 minute. I think 2 minutes will be too much. So 1, 2, 3. Let's start. Write, screw it, and through to your opponents. Yes. as you did when you were at the school. Through it. Faster, faster. 10 minutes left. Fizzle. 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Stop. So, emails first. Do you have? So now the yellow team should answer all the terms on pink paper. So grammar translation method. Who can explain the grammar translation method? Hello, grammar translation method.
Grammar translation method.
The method that we use to teach what?
Grammar.
Grammar. And the most dominant method for now, in which who conducts the lesson? Is it teacher-centered
Teacher
or
center.
the student-centered?
In this method, teacher is the central role.
Teacher is the central role. Teacher explains
Yes.
and gives the activities. So the next, total physical response.
Total physical response. This method for children.
Okay, it is good for
Because you
children.
can play a role with pupils or children with activity, for example.
Make challenge. Okay, yes, you can use it for challenging students. And what is the second name of this method? Army method. So again, grammar translation method. Yes. Total physical response was the initial method. Then it developed to audio linguistics. So what is Suggestipedia?
This method,
Not your team. They are answering.
this method help to relax.
Teacher should use different type of music, sitting pillows.
Yes, this method primarily aims on creating relaxing atmosphere.
Children and pupils are free.
Yeah.
They should feel free.
Yes.
So the next one, again, grammar translation method. Direct method.
Direct in this method,
Especially for children,
Okay.
teacher say one word,
Mhm.
for example, pen, then students should repeat this word. For
No.
example, apple.
Direct method is the same method as we learn our first language, in which teacher uses only target language without repetition. When you use repetition, it is also language.
And this method improve our listening or speaking skills. I think
Yes, yes.
speaking and listening.
Second name of this method, nature.
Natural method.
Yeah.
So, communicative language teaching.
Communicate.
Communicative language teaching.
For example, in this lesson, teacher ask some question, and children try to answer this question. For example, communicate
Okay.
with each other. Communicate.
The method based on communication.
And teachers and children
real
are
life situations. Yes.
central role.
Yes, it is mostly
Both of them.
sensitive.
Both of them. Yes.
So, you have answered 4 papers, so you have now 4 points. Now, the pink team should answer. The first is grammar translation.
Grammar translation method is the teacher, here is the teacher assignment and guide for students how to manage the grammar rules, grammar structures, and everything related to this.
Okay, the next, what is silent way?
Silent play is a way of teaching for specialized for some countries people, especially Chinese and Korean people should learn with the help of this method. And teacher should be silent in this situation, but students should learn with the help of some structure of learning steps.
Okay, audiolingual method.
Multilingual method is the second name of this method is a argument method.
Okay,
This method increase our listening skill and speaking skill.
okay. What is Suggestopedia?
Suggested is George Lazanov created this method. Students feel relaxed and freely in this method. Teacher use special musics and videos in lesson.
So it was Suggestopedia, right?
Yes.
Next, direct method.
In direct method, teacher and student should be active during these classes, and while they are communicating with teacher and students, should talk directly and exchange the ideas. At the same time, yeah,
Yes.
at the same time, teacher should provide this feedback.
So, another not term, but it is name. Who is George Lazanov?
George Lazanov created a Suggestopedia.
So the person who created Suggestopedia. You have another method, auto physical response. Mhm.
It is like giving some comments, orders, like do something.
Uh-huh.
And the help of giving some actions, students can learn some new vocabulary phrases. For example, if I say stand up, and the student has to stand up and follow my rule.
That is physical response.
This is auto.
So now you have answered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 turns, and for the first task, you were pink.
Pink, yeah.
Pink team won. Thank you very much. You can grab yourself. Thank you. Now I want you to present your reports, your presentations that were given as a home task. So who will do it? Bahora? Will you?
Yes.
Sitor as well? Okay.
Yes. I am a better. Hello everyone. My full name is E.I.Xaydarovning, and now we're going to talk about evolutionizing grammar teaching with technology. So first of all, I'm going to tell a little bit about technology can impact on our grammar. So technology is one of the important part of our life nowadays. So that's why with the help of technologies we can learn and improve our learning skills with the help of grammar and technology. So now I'm gonna tell you a little bit about foundations. Importance of grammar. So grammar is one of the key things for our learning because with the help of grammar we can speak properly and grammatically correctly. So that's why we really need to know how to speak in grammatical way and some structures in order to sound understandable to other people.
Hello everyone, my full name is Rahul. I want to explain about traditional approach to grammar instruction. The first is rote learning. Students memorize rules and patterns through repetition and exercises. Second one is deductive instruction. Teachers present grammar rules implicitly and students apply them to examples. There are three stages of the digital revolution in language learning. First stage is increased access. Technology makes language learning more accessible to a wider audience. Second stage is a personalized learning. Adaptive platform cater to individual language learning styles and needs. The third stage is engaging experiences. Interactive tools and games make learning more enjoyable.
Hello everyone, my name is Isidora, and today topic is computer-based learning, which is grammar. It should be provided with computers and other tools while learning grammar structures and other topics. So the computer-assisted language is language learning, which consists of three steps, like grammar practice. Most of the time, grammar practice need more tools and more information by some other things, except teacher. That there should be other impacts on learning process. So. CALL platforms provide interactive exercises and quizzes to reinforce grammar concepts. For example, they can be Quizlet and other platforms for interactive learning. Personalized feedback. Automated systems offer instant feedback, helping students identify and correct errors. And at the same time, they may give us feedback and they may correct it at the same time. Adaptive learning. This system adjusts different levels based on students' performance, ensuring the optimal learning. Adaptive learning is the way of learning things which provides students to learn the corrects and mistakes while they are doing self-study. So interactive technology into grammar lessons can be generated with the help of some video tutorial classes, like visual and audio demonstration enhance understanding of grammar concepts. For example, not only teachers can be the main role of teaching the new topic, also the YouTube channels and other platforms can help students to enhance their knowledge at the same time. Interactive games like warm-up games or other games can provide students to be more active and the lessons can be positive. So online forums, students can collaborate with peers and ask questions in real time. So collaborative learning is the key of learning things very intensive, and it gives more feedback and good emotions to students.
My second exam is emerging technologies of grammar teaching. This term divided three types. First one is virtual reality. Virtual reality environment provides immersive language learning experience. Second stage is artificial intelligence. Powered tutors offer personalized feedback and support. Third one is augmented reality. Overlays interactive elements onto the real world, enhancing learning.
Okay, in conclusion, all of things that my friends told are really important for learning grammar because just learning grammar might be very boring for students. With the help of this kind of technologies and some video games and some games can help us to enhance or learn some new things more easily and more interestingly way. So that's why technology is really important in terms of learning grammar.
So we did it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you have questions? No questions.
I think we did well, so that's why they don't have any questions.
So, what are the main methods you told them?
Grammar achievements.
No, name. What was the names? I heard the road, teaching, yes,
Yes.
and
Collaborative learning.
collaborative learning.
Divide.
And they are like, if we just tell them or like, if we have to talk about methods, we just use here some methods that we are mentioning about. For example, they were repetitive learning. It must be audiolingual because teacher have to say something and students must repeat and learn after teacher. And there were some collaborative games. It must suit to communicative learning because students and teachers communicate while learning something and it helps them to learn effectively grammar and other skills as well, like speaking, listening.
Okay, no extra questions? Thank you very much. Question, thank you. So, now, how many students are there? 4, 8, 1, 15. I will divide you into 4 teams. Bahar eğitimleri kanalda, then 4.
Switch.
Bana verilen 3 kişi uyağı topla. You will be divided into 4 teams. I will give you the 4 main grammar teaching methods. Your task, just in your team, read the text and discuss them. Okay? And then I will give you more activities, more exercises related to this method. So the first, for you three, it is task-based learning. For you four, sevinç geçen, communicative approach. Here, for students, you have inductive approach. And the next one, deductive. Okay, Joyce. What you have to do? You have to read, discuss, you may give some extra ideas about the method.
We should discuss.
Yes, we should discuss.
آخر نقطة.
You should be basic. Başka. Finished? Yes. Finished? So now I will give you cards. They were supposed to be separated. You should choose one for every point. Your topic was task visitor, yes? This is for you. I'll explain what to do next. Communicative approach for you. Inductive. and relax. Your task now, one by one, you should make sentences about the topic. For example, I see what you know. Let's start with first of all, deductive approach is very useful for teaching children. One person made a sentence, he gets a point. Is it clear?
Is this in the
So-
readable game or?
No, in the
in the
Yes. Next, the second person makes sentence with another introducing sentence. I see what you are saying, but I think it is not only for children but for adults as well. You make sentences one by one, and when you use all these introducing sentences, next you make sentences by using them again.
We can do this.
Yes, but when you reuse the sentence, the person who made the sentence first loses point. For example, Islam makes sentence with first of all, then I make sentence again with first of all, I take Islamic's point. The person who gathers the most points wins.
So we tell the examples by group or by one by.
Within Europe, all in Europe, one by one. So, ready, clear? Mana bu gaplar borku, har bittasiga bittadan gap tuzasiz. Tuzib bo'lganingizdan keyin gaplar tugaydi-ku. Tugaganidan keyin, misol uchun, Sevinch bitta gap tuzdi, first of all bilan. Bitta point oldi. To'g'rimi? Men keyin yana bir marta first of all bilan gap tuzaman-ku. Sevinchni pointini olib qo'yaman.
Qanday?
Shunday qarang, biz boshqa guruhdan olamizmi? O'zimizga.
O'zlaringizdan.
Agar
O'zingizga guruhingizdan.
boshqa guruhdan olaylik, u ishlatgan narsani biz olib qo'yamiz. O'shani qisqaroq.
So let's do it within groups. Unda within groups qilamiz.
Gruppa bilan.
Bitta gruppa bitta gap beradi, keyingisi boshqa gap. Ready? So, who will start? Deductive approach'dan boshlaymiz. Ayolmisizlar? Okay.
Biz bu yoqqa shunday turib, bu yoqdan ham bermaymiz.
Ko'pchilik kezib
I see what you are saying. Men nima deyotganingni tushunyapman, ammo
So, ready? First, deductive approach.
The way I said, deductive approach may be suitable with lower level students who are struggling learning some structures by themselves.
Okay. Inductive. Not ready. Communicative approach.
buni masalan disagree bo'lsa,
Disagree bo'lsangiz counterpoint bering. It doesn't matter.
buni fikriga buni davom qilib aytishim kerakmi? Bularni gapini
Shartnoma.
davom etishim kerakmi?
O'zingizga aytingiz.
Men bu yerda bizdan shunchalar
Adashib qoldim. Boshlanaman.
bu yerda bir islom boyagi
Only problem. Deductive approach.
Osmondan gap olamizmi?
Disagree bo'lishi shart emas. Point bersangiz bo'ladi.
Deductive approach past level o'quvchilarga Siz
Sizlarga
endi
o'zlaringiz approachlar.
mana bu diskurs markerlar bilan o'zingizni tushunyapsizmi? Tushunyapsizmi?
For example, communicative language teaching.
For example,
to my way of thinking, communicative language teaching can help to increase what? What skill? Communication skill, speaking skill. So you take 1 point with the help of mind, to my way of thinking now belongs to communicative. So next, task-based learning. İkinci grup olarak.
One of the main advantages of task-based learning is improved problem solving.
So task-based learning improves problem solving, yes. And you took one of the main advantages. Again, we had inductive approach. Syringe, will you give point? I'm not ready yet.
First of all, deductive approach is so useful for learning English.
So you took first of all. Now, I will give you a hand to help you to win when you use the discourses used before by other teams. You get their point and your chance to win increase. So
Now we are going.
now your turn.
First of all, teacher teaching students rules and then examples. After that, students doing exercises.
Okay, thank you. You took their point.
Yes.
Shahar,
Now
Sevinç,
they have nothing.
do you have points or not yet? Not yet. For communicative approach,
No.
bular da pointini olib qo'ydi. Bular discourse markini ishladi. Bular first of all dan gap tuzdi-ku. Bular ham first of all dan gap tuzdi. Bularni pointini olib qo'ydi. Sizlar ham bularnikini olib qo'ysangiz bo'ladi.
Let's see the floor. Would you like that?
First,
So?
first of all, communicative approach. Using a communicative approach, lessons can be very effective because children and teachers are communicating with others, and it improves their speaking and listening skills.
Again, okay. So, task-based learning.
One of the consequences of task-based learning is better teamwork.
So, one of the consequences, it improves teamwork.
Yes.
Okay. So, now, inductive approach,
Deductive.
deductive.
Sen
Inductive, inductive kullanabiliriz.
Ben bir de işi deducted because
Okay, let's continue. Yes.
One of the main advantages, the teacher achieves that the students understand the meaning of its use, draw cheating learners, comprehension of the listening text, and only after that focuses on the form, using the examples from the text to elicit rules about the form, its use, and its pronunciation.
So, one of the main advantages, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you took one from them, task-based learning. Now, let's make the task a bit more complicated. Now, you can give the counter ideas to your opponents. If they are telling you something and it is not true, you can give counter ideas and prove that it is incorrect and they will not get that mark. Okay? So, points? Tyron?
This is the most important thing in my
life because I have learned deductive learning is the best way to approach the students to be more active and more
They
active.
can learn easily.
They can learn easily with the help of some exercises and examples by even teachers.
Okay, they can learn easily.
With the help of examples and exercises which are given by teachers.
So YouTube, this is the most important thing. Okay. Next, Sevinç. Ready? Kulak sorular ularga fikr bildirishlaringizni
My way of thinking and that approach to presenting the language are commonly found in course, books, and form part of general strategy to engage learners in what they learn. My way of thinking. Thank you. Communicative approach.
One of the most interesting things about the communicative approach in language teaching focuses on enabling students to communicate effectively and fluently in real-life situations.
One of the most interesting things, right?
Yes.
One. And task-based learning.
One of the most interesting things about task-based learning is about flexibility.
Factuality.
Can you repeat your sentence? I didn't get it.
One of the most interesting things about task-based learning is its
But I think this is not really correct because when students do some practice, they struggle a lot, they face a lot of challenges, and that makes students very play pressure. So that's why it's not really useful, I guess.
Is it really useful? Is it a really practical?
And I think it's not interesting. It's
But
annoying.
the point was about its practicality.
Not annoying.
Siz uygulamazsınız. Özüne ne dediğiniz zaman.
So what does it mean that it is practical? Practical.
By using this method, you can improve your listening and communicative skills.
Okay.
Therefore, I think it's very useful.
But you said it is interesting. I'm not saying something interesting here, so that's what.
Task-based learning is.
I disagree.
I disagree. He said interesting, but I don't think doing practice,
Well,
doing exercises.
this method only useful for because it's very interesting.
So you have used it with this course. Have you used it?
All these techniques.
Yes.
One of the most.
One of the most interesting things. It belongs to communicative approach.
Man,
Learning maths. Learning
one of the main, ya bunu işletmez. Biz üçte işlettik, her gün ekmeğine. Lakin bu bizim için de işletmez.
So it is the last circle. So your point?
One of the main advantages in this method helps to lower level learner who need a clear base from which to begin with a new language items.
Okay. No methodological ideas? No. Okay. Sevinç?
One of the consequences, some learners may need introduction to intensive approaches since they may be more familiar and feel more comfortable with the deductive approach.
Can you repeat your sentence?
Consequences? Can you repeat?
Yeah, please.
One of the consequences, some learners may need introduction to inductive approaches, since they may be more familiar and feel more comfortable with the deductive approach.
But I think doing something not now is more interesting. Because when you know something, it's not really interesting. You know what has happened here, so that's why I don't really think it's important or useful.
Are also negative person.
In terms of games, yeah, I am the negative.
So if you want to
Did you
take your
understand
point,
this point?
It
This
is
sentence?
only for you.
Do you
Not
understand?
understand.
Yeah, I really understand it.
But
They are saying that if teacher gives some explanations before doing that, they can do some their activity more efficiently. She's saying this. And I'm saying that when we give something to students, they know what is happening here and know what is the rule here. When when students do something, not knowing something, they can do some challenge, and challenge gives student, not only student, everyone, some, how can I say, adrenaline to doing that. So that's why when student do something without knowing, it's more interesting and it gives more pleasure to the student. It's annoying.
it is
We are talking
Only
about
our
this
opinion,
group.
but,
he's taking their point.
When
I'm sorry, I'm
are
not saying
Yes, he's proving his opinion.
lekin biz fikrimizni ochmayapti, biz bularni fikriga lekin meni bilan adashyapti, shuni fikr bilan qarang, siz biz bilan emas, siz bular bilan
This is not our example.
So enough. Now you are not getting point. As is formally proved his opinion. If you have anything to say, you can. No, nothing. So now, qaysi so'zni ishlatdingiz?
One of the consequences.
One of the consequences. Task-based normal problems. So your communication.
one of the consequences, giving their natural strategies for language acquisition will be used, and this will allow them to learn to use the language.
Can you repeat?
No.
Teacher.
No.
You should be.
Yes.
Could you please?
You should listen to us.
Yes.
Teacher said repeat. Okay, we are listening.
Because
From for
Yeah,
instance,
annoying.
we couldn't please. You are listening. One of the consequences, giving their natural strategies for language acquisition will be used, and this will allow them to learn to use the language.
Alright.
What this person means?
One of the consequences.
So task-based learning. Anything to say?
Give open an idea.
Let's keep it.
The way I see it, task-based learning may become more appropriate at higher level.
May become more appropriate for higher level learning. Okay, any counter ideas?
High level.
I didn't get the point. Can you repeat?
He's saying that task-based learning is more appropriate for young learners, or high levels.
Task-based learning.
Task-based. You do some exercise.
Yes, we're gonna add that.
Not only exercises, when you have assignments, projects to do, and by doing these projects, you learn the language. For example, your project to make a dictionary.
Not high.
But I think it's not really useful for high level students,
Yes.
because when high level students get something from teacher, it's really kind of annoying and they want to do that. But when we give this activity to younger one, they can be more interested because they are really fire on that age. They can learn something more in that age, so that's why it's more useful for youngers compared to like high level students. Because high level students already know a lot of things, so that's why they don't need something to learn. But the lower ones are really need to know something, so that's why it might be more useful if you use that strategy to younger.
So, anything to say?
He's in the wrong way because what you said it is a total physical response and it will be easy in total physical response. In task based is more effective.
No, I am saying not total response.
Please.
Yeah. Not happening.
Okay, there may be some problems to connect with other students. For example, they may don't have any time to do the task which is given by teachers.
Well, in task based, you are planning a timetable, a place where you do your tasks, and therefore they shouldn't problem with doing this method.
So in this method, teacher gives some exercises, right, to the student. What?
In this method, you should plan a timetable, a place, and in this place there will be maybe a guest, a home basket, and they should be discuss one of the topic, maybe dictionary, maybe how to improve the skills.
Okay.
And by using listening and communicative speaking skills.
But there are some people who don't want to join the group games, like introverted people cannot speak at this on the front of some a lot of people. They are very shy and they cannot compete with others.
Like me, I'm shy. I cannot join.
How can you manage if you have this kind of problem?
No, do not go out of the topic. The point was,
Yes.
it
High
is
level.
more appropriate for high level.
High levels, yes.
Is it more appropriate for high level students or is it similar for all of them? Or maybe it is mostly
It depends on the
Introvert,
task.
extrovert.
It depends on the task. If we like simplify the task and simplify the topic, it might be useful for all ages.
So it is useful for all ages. The
Yeah.
point Islamic is giving, it is useful for all ages. Is it like this, or you are still saying that it is more appropriate for high levels?
More appropriate in higher level.
So why?
Why?
Because the higher level students, they more understandable, they more understand the tasks to against younger people, and therefore they can more easily understand tasks.
Okay. But we can discuss about simple things as well, like articles or some verbs. I mean, regular verbs. It's also simple for low students as well. They can do this, I guess.
Painting an article, a letter is also a task.
Yes.
So when you use coloring something or painting in the kindergarten, it is also task-based learning.
So that it depends on the task. If we just simplify the task, if we can use this method or strategy to all ages. So that's what I wouldn't say it's more appropriate or useful for high level. No, I said the task.
So enough.
The task arası kindergarten'da ulusuz bayağı biraz bu
Physical response dersi daha bu şekilde.
arkadaşlar bu
Project, you've got project, assignment, whatever you want to say, task-based. So, what discourse have you used it, Timur? What discourse have you used it?
the way I see it.
The way I see it.
Thinking, teacher, unfortunately, I disagree. Unfortunately, I disagree.
İşletilmedi.
Bu bizdeki eski İtalyan 12 yaşında mı?
Yes.
Ya da değişik bir konsept.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3 points for deductive approach, 2 points for inductive approach, 3 points for communicative language teaching, and no points for task based.
Hozirda gapirganimiz qolmadikmi?
Bularnikini mi?
Men uchta counter ideya berdim. Naqadar ekan?
The way I see it, Lord, this is the most important thing for further, one of the main advantages. The counter idea that you gave it was for one of the consequences. One of the consequences, undan keyin yana albatta ishlatilganda bular bor.
Men counter ideya berganda ham olamanmi?
Bularnikimi? Bularga
ham, bularga hammasiga beraman. Bularga kiraveradi, bularga beradi.
Discourse'larni olamiz. The way I see it, birinchi ishlatdingiz. Tushuntirib beryapman.
Boshlagan foyda sizlarga
Siz qarang, Islom. Siz birinchi ishlatdingiz-ku point. Bular sizdan olib qo'ydi. Siz qaytarib oldingiz. One of the main advantages bor.
This is the most important.
Bor. The way I see it.
Yes.
First of all, bo'ldi, uni keyin olib qo'yishdi. First of all, ularda qolgan. And one of the consequences ham bo'lgan, lekin ulardan olib qo'yishdi. Ularnikini birinchi islom qo'llaganlarda, islomdan keyin bular oldida islomga o'zi qaytarib oldi.
Last point.
O'sha. So, I think 3-3. Communicative approach bilan deductive approach.
Kerak emas. Yana
So next we are going to make a discussion again.
Sizlar hammasi o'g'ri hisoblayapsizlar.
Sizlar birinchi aytsangiz boshqa tushunmaydi. Endigi hisoblanadi. So now you have case study. You have a case, you have a situation, and you have challenges of this case. Your task by using methods of teaching to give a solution for this situation. Yes. Is it clear? So for this task, I'm going to give you 5 minutes. Okay?
Are they similar to each other or are they different?
This one is the beginning, that is continuation. With the picture is continuation.
George tried to make some sentences But after grammatical approach, John should to make some sentences.
Repeat it today. Many
Çok Uşa gramatikler oluşturulduğunca bu sentence'e
fakat gramatik
bu şeyler ne olacak işte? Yeni bir şey.
These are the words. You can adapt. You can change.
He struggles to connect the rules with real world languages. Rule'larni yo'qotishda qiynalishmayapsiz. Ular bir-biriga bog'liq. Bir-biriga bog'liq. Jamoat
Tushuntirishdan gramatik tushuntirishdan example olish kerak va o'zi gapirib turish kerak. Siz self study qilish kerakmisizmi? Self study siz nima deysiz? Kimdir aytsin jamlash kerak.
Once you finish, you will go to the board and present it.
Muska çıkıp mı?
Yes.
Next,
No.
Allah bizi itiraz edin. Second journey. Story konuşuyor.
Sebep nimeydi? Another point.
And Siri is great.
Also, it's really
başka tarafta bizim okulda adı مثلا
مثلا muscular exercise related to
So now,
grammatical exercise.
enough. Do you need extra time? Yes?
No, we don't have it. We don't need it.
So let's start then. Let's start with the case study number 1. The situation is a student, Maria. Maria consistently struggles with grammar, becoming easily frustrated and discouraged. She feels overwhelmed by the sheer volume of rules and exceptions, often giving up before attempting exercises. She is a visual learner and often misses connections between grammar points in traditional explanations.
Who is Maria?
Whose situation is this?
This
So ready?
team.
Okay, come to the board. Kidding. Not ready yet.
Dosyayı yapmış gerek.
No.
Tayorlar.
Ready?
Tayor musun?
Case study 2. Tayo Aprila. The silent student again.
The silent student.
Start.
Start with activities such as peer work or group work, where students can practice with their peers in a less intimidating environment.
Okay.
Games and fun activities. Introduce proper games and interactive activities to make learning more engaging and less daunting. And also focus on fluency, emphasize fluency over accuracy in initial practice, gradually encouraging students to focus on accuracy.
Positive feedback and encouragement. Offer positive feedback and encouragement to build confidence, focus on improvement, not perfection. Individualized attention, provide individualized attention and support and understand the root cause of their reflectance.
So you're advised to give positive feedbacks, to use games, to create a friendly atmosphere, yes? Okay, good advice. Thank you very much. Is it all? No questions for them? Thank you. Good. So, actually, you also may give the advice to change the method of teaching, maybe from deductive to inductive or from inductive to deductive. Because in this situation, she is overwhelmed by the rules given before the exercises. So the next case is silent, not yours.
Our.
You want
Bizniki.
silent student.
Yes.
So situation, several students in the class, including David, are reluctant to participate in grammar activities, preferring to observe rather than actively engage. So you are welcome.
Okay. As you know our situation, we are planning to use two main methods that we learned so far. First one is communicative, and next one is suggestipedia. Because of this method, students can feel more free during the lesson.
Suggestipedia method. In this method, student class going outside and creating a relaxed atmosphere, and they feel freely and they relax it.
Okay.
In this situation, the person is feeling shy while class is going. He is not talking and he cannot write even. For this situation, we can give solution as a suggestion because it gives more advantage side of learning and it gives students more comfortable atmosphere. For example, background music can improve their motivation or confidence while they are speaking, so they cannot be in the trouble. So while suggestibility method is happening in this class, so students communicate with each other and this may reduce their shyness.
Okay,
And I have something to say. And with the help of this method, students can not only as student but also other students as well. Because David is not alone here, so that's why with the help of this method, students can feel free and they can build up their confidence with the help of easy questions and easy talk with each other, and it can really reduce their expressiveness, and they can feel. I mean, David and also other students can feel more comfortable. They can get some motivation to speak and learn this language.
this method is capable.
Okay.
It's capable. When you divide the task into more smaller ones, it is capable. So, but I like your advices about Suggestipedia. That was really nice.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Take your seat.
Any questions?
So, the third case, the confused learner. Whose case is it?
John.
A student, John, frequently misunderstands grammatical explanations even after repeated explanations. He struggles to connect the rules with real-world language usage. So you are welcome.
In this situation, first of all, we need to learn his we need to learn reasons. For example, John has some problems with family members or friends, for example, and then we try to solve this problem. For example, can we solve problems?
Another point is very simple. I consider John should read a lot of examples and make sentences into exercises related to grammar rules.
Okay.
Then you can explain this grammatical rules with real life examples or practice it from some kind of math programs.
Okay.
Is this will help it think understand faster?
Provide clear and specific feedback on John's part and improve in highlighting areas for improvement and suggesting strategies for him. In addition, grammar translation method is very useful in this situation.
Actually, the problem is with grammar translation.
Yeah.
I think we need to suggest something different,
Or to
not
be honest,
related
Your
to
first suggestion about using task-based, that was about task-based learning, when you say to practice with exercises, it was good. Yours as well, you say to connect with the real world situation, it would be better if you advise communicative language teachings in this case. The most better one, in my opinion, is
And if you are messed down, for John is interesting playing role, for example, understanding.
role play.
Yes.
Role playing is interesting for John.
yes, it
For
would be
example.
also somehow relate his conception with real. Is that all? No questions from that? Thank you very much. Take your seats. And the last one.
Last team.
How much time do we have?
Practice learning.
I see we can. So, distracted learner, please.
Many students in class are easily distracted.
Distract me.
Faster.
Challenge.
Then we have to manage the time.
Grasp concepts.
In this case, we can solve this problem by using suggested method.
Okay.
By creating a relaxing environment, comfortable sitting, calming music, playing barbecue, and we can replace criticism with encouragement to build students' confidence and motivation. By teacher's experience, teaching grammar through storytelling or role playing, the using also prologue approach is more effectively, by only using the grammar. And teachers may present materials in small chunks with repetition using rhythmic and musical methods.
Okay. Okay.
In order to increase attention, we should break down grammar lesson into shorter. In addition, during activity between peer work and group work for decrease lack of engagement, and some students are facing lack of active learning strategies. In this situation, they use whiteboards, online games, language learning.
So that's all. Thank you very much. So it's all one time. So, dear students, talking about the highlights of today's lesson, we have learned four the major teaching methods of grammar: inductive, deductive, communicative language teaching, task-based approach. This is to add to your lecture lessons. And your home task is given on Moodle, and get ready with your presentations and report to the next lesson. Thank you very much. Let me finish the YouTube video.
Are you recording?
The Quran.